You're watching F5. We are at Black Hat USA 2023 in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center. F5 is at booth 2240, and I'm actually joined by Adit Yasud. Adit Yasud is the Senior Director of Threat Research and Security Strategy here at F5. Aditya, how you doing?
Pretty good, Boo. How about you?
I'm doing well. It's been a pretty good week so far. I heard, though, that you actually had a presentation here. We're demonstrating some stuff at Black Hat.
Yeah. So we demonstrated and released a new tool called as an Melee. The tool is actually designed to detect ransomware infections in MySQL instances.
Very cool. All right. So you've got this presentation up. For folks that weren't able to check that out, we're actually going to see some of it right now.
All right. So let's get it started. So we believe that data, whoever holds the data holds the keys to the kingdom. You can say that data is the new currency or the oil in nature, right? So how about the attackers, right? Why they are not going to control the data? Data resides in databases, and the databases need to be compromised from their perspective. But from threat intelligence perspective, we really need to design some tools to actually unearth those kind of infections. And we have seen our recent research, which we have done, like analyze thousands of MySQL servers since last year. We covered and came up with this approach of detecting MySQL instances which are infected with ransomware through automation. So we're gonna demo that tool right now, and let's get it started. So in this demo, we have written this tool in Python 3, and the tool has the capability to detect ransomware infections in MySQL instances. So the tool in itself has a lot of modules, and those modules relate to the enumeration of MySQL instances, detecting database names, tables, enumeration, and a lot of those things, including active users. Then at the end, those are two different modules available which are going to check the ransomware infections. So we have a basic scan and we have a deep scan. And that's going to tell you why and how this MySQL ransomware infections are residing in it. So right now in this particular part, we are giving up an idea to check where exactly the MySQL database is residing. So in this case, it's somewhere in United States. So the next module is going to give you the idea to check for anonymous access, like can we have a read-only access, can we actually read the databases, tables, and sort of those things. And this particular part, we see that that system is like pretty much open in nature, insecure configuration, and we can access it by simple privileges as well. So right now, at this point of time, we are able to see that this MySQL instance is insecure in nature. So what else? So now we are going to enumerate the whole set of database names in it. And if you look at this demo, the module actually enumerated all the databases here. But that actually serves pretty well because from a perspective of a penetration tester, threat intelligence players, we really need to go step by step. We don't want to trigger too much traffic on the fly if we are not seeing the good indicators. So right now, we are able to do that. After that, we are going to actually look into table names. And if you see here, primarily, there's a lot of tables that have been enumerated. So it is all at the network level. We are sitting remotely. The tool is actually doing the trick here. So at this point of time, we are seeing where the MySQL instance is located, some issues, what are active users, databases that are leaked, and includingly, basically in this cases, what are the table names. So we're not going to halt here. That's where the tool's going to do the trick. So now we are going to trigger a basic scan called as a check ransomware infection. So we want to see initial instances of indicators of compromise. So once we trigger this module here, you can clearly see we did find some sort of infection here, indicators of compromise. So it gives us the expression and some kind of, I would say, motivation in a play, like we are getting into the right play. But that's not going to solve our purpose. We really want to see if these indicators of compromise exist, whether the infection is there or not, whether it's completely compromised or not. And for that, we are going to launch Deep Scan. So the Deep Scan has a capability to go through each and every database pertaining to all the tables present in those databases and then check for the indicator of compromise with a greater detail. So we're going to run the Deep Scan here, and you can clearly see now it is going to extract the ransom message out of it, which actually shows Bitcoin, email IDs, and all those things. And you can clearly see we got that. So which actually highlighted that these MySQL instances pretty, or I would say completely compromised. And if we are able to get to that level, you can imagine attackers have already gone through it, right? So tool gives you the capability to do all these things in an automated way. So one of the important aspects of this tool is that, why we want to build it. The reason is that we don't want to reinvent the wheel. If somebody has automated it, so we want that code to be used again and again without reinventing the wheel. So for example, in a cloud environment, you can use this tool, the logic to build agile testing, security QA, and a lot of these things on the fly, and use this logic to enhance it, to keep on checking the vulnerable instances of MySQL in your own environment. This is not a standard penetration testing or vulnerability assessment tool. This is primarily for ransomware infections. And it does the trick, and all this demos has been done in a real-time environment, showing the capability that it detects ransomware infections in a very, very neat way. So with that, you can actually download this tool. It's available on GitHub with a lot of execution examples added to it, database, and a lot of interesting details. So use it at your own risk though, but you can use it in your own organizational environment to enhance the security posture related to databases. So that's all for now. Hope this tool will be useful. Enjoy it.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. This tool, do you see it being integrated into other tooling, or would people kind of run this at a separate routine?
Yeah, so it can be integrated easily. The purpose behind this tool is because it's written in Python 3 framework and all that. You can enhance the logic. For example, you want to do a multi-threading in that context, you can do it. But at the end of the day, the important part in this case is, you can use the real logic. You don't need to go after rebuilding the tires or wheels, but we're going to focus on, go to the core, right? And you can integrate it in your cloud environment. It's an open source code. You can enhance it, chop it, cut it, do it, whatever you want to do it. But you can definitely use it to a greater extent and to just enhance the security posture of your databases in your cloud environment or on-premise.
Cool, okay, and one more question. Was that all that recording, was that real time? The scan runs that quickly?
Yeah, so the purpose behind this thing is that right now all the demo that we have shown here is tested against real-time targets, but in a very controlled manner. And the purpose behind that is to show that these infections exist in the real world in an efficient way. Attackers are doing mass scanning activity and all that. Here we are doing a couple of threads, but one can enhance it. The primary purpose behind this tool is to show the logic, the code, how you can do it, but you can run bash scripts, automate it, run multiple threads and do that, but you can enhance it at your own code.
Awesome, really cool. All right, so we'll have all of this information on community.f5.com. I've got a thread pinned up at the top. It's got all of the information for all of the discussions that I've had, including this one here. So I think this is going to be one that everybody's going to want to check out. Thank you very much, Aditya, for joining me today. Awesome to have you. All right, so we are here at F5 booth 2240 at Black Hat USA 2023. Thanks for checking out all the content so far this week, and we will see you on the next one.
All right, guys, take care.
All right.